felt like it was there, and I got tripped up. But our O-line is super smart and super versatile, and when you have that, they can block any schema. And you can see that defenses are doing a lot of things different to make sure that our run game don't get going, but they put themselves at risk also. So just kept trusting the system and got opportunities to make some big runs today.
How much do you appreciate the play calling that you guys stick with the run, even if it's not like picking up big yards?
Yeah, it's great, man. That's football. You wish every run's a 7-yard pop and 10-yard pop, but it's not like that every time. You got to stick with it. You got to grind it out. You got to get a feel, be able to get the rhythm, and been able to get a rhythm, a great rhythm with the guys up front in recent weeks.
Can you take us into the X's and O's a little bit on the home run, the 2 home run touchdowns that you had?
Yeah. One was an outside zone concept or mid zone, whatever you want to call it. Just trusted the first one, cut, saw Covey's block and kind of make a dead leg and was able to get outside and score. The other one, I thought we could have hit. It was a counter. I thought we could have hit the first time. My shoe kind of came off and I got tackled. And I was coming back in the game and I asked for it one more time. And I was talking to Jay and I was like, this thing's going to pop. And you got to trust in that play, trust Grant, because I follow him and he did a really good job of pulling and setting up the block for me. And I was able to rip it and hit a home run.
Oh, the 2 big ones. Any bigger holes you've ever seen in your life, though?
Nah, I mean, these guys here are amazing. They make my job a lot easier. I'm probably going to get a lot of credit, and everyone's going to say this and say that, but in reality, the beauty of this game is it's a team game. And my favorite quote that Nick always says, it's hard to be great without the greatness of others. And those guys and the tight ends and the wide receivers blocking down the field are super amazing.
Are you aware, like as the game's going on, that you're closing in not only on your single season rushing record, but also the Eagles for like a single game record?
I'm not gonna lie. I looked up and I saw it was at 173, and I said, I wish I never saw that. And it worked. But like again, I'm a big believer in if it happens, it happens. Let it come to you. It was 4 minutes. We was trying to put the game away. I did look up one time to see a replay of the run, and I saw that where I was at, and I literally said to myself, I wish I never saw that, because you don't want that's just the devil talking. That's just how I look at it. So just kept my head down and just kept trusting the system, and we popped the long one.
As confident as you were back in March, back in August, is this better than you expected?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not surprised. I didn't know, I would have this much success, and I keep thinking that God's been blessing me a lot, a ton, to be honest. But I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful for the fresh start. A big reason why I wanted to come here. Me and my family and my fiance, I've had a conversation with. I think this is a spot where I can, kind of rewrite my story and feel like I can show everyone the type of player that I feel like that I can be and was meant to be. And it's working out right now, but the beauty of it is the NFL, and it's week to week, and we're hot right now, but you just got to get ready for the next week and keep moving.
But is there a championship vibe in this room right now, though?
I've never been one, so I don't really know what that feels like. I guess that's a blessing in disguise, but we have a great group of guys here, and we have guys that played in the Super Bowl that won it, BG and Lane, and a couple guys that played in 2022. We're not even worried about that, to be honest. We're not even focused on that. That's so far ahead of us, and you can't get caught in that. You got to get caught. You got to get locked into how consistent can we be, and taking a week at a time.
When you write it, you weren't ready for the MVP conversation. At what point do you start thinking like that, then?
We'll start thinking about that when the season's over. I'm not really, I don't. I love being in that conversation. It's cool and all, but like I said, it's a team sport. And if you told me that I could have the year I'm having and win an MVP but not win a Super Bowl, or I could have the year I'm having and not win MVP or Offensive Player of the Year and win a Super Bowl, I'm gonna take the other one.
You mentioned rewriting the story. What does that story say right now?
Still going. Still going. Take it one day at a time. Be consistent. That was my whole mantra this offseason and this season. How consistent I can be day to day, and whether I rush for 250 yards or I rush for 50 yards, still coming on Monday, do the same thing, still have my routine on Tuesday, Wednesday, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's something that's my trainer, Ryan Flaherty, challenged me, and basically my mentor challenged me to do. And he's been blessed and fortunate enough to be with a lot of greats, and Serena and the Kobe's of the world, and I'll be a fool not to listen to him. So my story it's not finished, and it's going to keep going. And when the season's all said and done, we'll look back and smile and be happy with the things that I did or the things I didn't do. But right now, we just get ready for on this flight, get some good sleep, get rest and recover, and get on Monday and try to get a little lift in and massage.
I get your thoughts on Brandon Graham. He announced to us that he's done for the year.
Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, BG's. I've only been able to be his teammate for such a short period of time, but I feel like I've known him for my whole life, and he's the reason why this transition for me has been so easy. Him along with a lot of other guys, but it's cool to have a vet like that and be able to talk to him about anything. I remember OTA sitting in the sauna with him, and we just talking about life and getting to know each other. But the energy and the passion that he brings, not only to this team but to the city, and he epitomizes what it be a Philadelphia Eagle, and all of us got to get in line and try to follow and do it and accomplish the things that he accomplished. But one thing we know about BG, he's gonna come to work still with a smile on his face. And on those Sundays when we're walking by or that team's walking by, he's still gonna talk crap to those guys. So he's the leader of this team, and we're gonna rally behind him and have his back.
As much as your 2 long runs obviously will be talked about and everything, you had also like a screen pass that you took for 31 yards, and then Kenny kind of finished that off. Like, what does that sequence mean to you? I mean, you catching that pass and making these happen, and then Kenny finishing it off.
Yeah, I had a screen pass earlier that should have went big too, and I fell. But did a really good job. They gave us an overload look. We knew that 56 was going to play me man. Landon kind of key on that. Obviously, although the guys getting down the field, but Landon got to block him off, and for me to be able to get the ball, and he cut him off, and we were able to get down the field, make a big play, explosive play. And the beauty of it, like having Kenny and Will, I trust both of those guys, and Coach Jamal, Coach Singleton trusts both those guys, and we all trust those guys, and they work super hard. And I believe Kenny's a starting running back in this league. I tell him that all the time. I know his secret. He's a lot stronger than what people think. So when you go against him, you don't really think you see him more of a smaller back, but he squats just like me. He lifts just like me. So I know his secret. I got the scoop on him, but I think he's a tremendous back, and I learned from him, and I love being able to have a guy that if I break a line, when I can come out and not have any worry, and I know he can get the job done, and he's done that multiple times this year.
How much do you think about the fact that there's a lot of elite backs in NFL history that maybe didn't have the same supporting cast where they're able to maximize all of their skill set, and sort of the fortune that you're in that?
Yeah, that's definitely true. I'm just thankful that I was able to do that. I'm able to get to a place where me and my family's happy. The organization top to bottom is amazing, and I'm surrounded around great players. I don't want to be lost in that. So I wanted to elevate my play, because I keep saying I can't be sitting here watching how great Lane is and watching how great AJ is and Jalen. I want to be along with those guys and making plays and do something special here. No, that's not me. Dallas tried to put a point in me.
That's a joke. Okay.
Yeah, I've been drug tested enough, so hopefully I get away from that a little bit.
So 302, is that going to mean something special for the rest of your life, the total amount of yards in this game?
I did not know that.
Now you
302.
Not too bad, huh?
Yeah, not too shabby. It's cool. I don't think this is the first time I ever had 300 yards in my life.
It is.
It is?
You're the 12th person in NFL history, though.
I ain't doing New York against Washington.
279.
Oh, wow. There you go.
So yeah, I mean, that's big. But like I said, you can't do it alone. I'm surrounded by great players, and if you look at every single play that I made today, you can see so many other players going above and beyond for me.